The Valdrine council chamber hummed with satisfied anticipation. Holographic projections displayed Earth's final defense perimeter, flickering red as their armada closed in. 300 warships, each capable of glassing a continent, moved through the void like predators circling wounded prey. Their resistance ends within 4 hours, declared High Commander Stor, his crystalline exoskeleton refracting the battle displays. Our simulations show a 99.7% probability of total human capitulation. The council members chittered their agreement. Humanity had been warned. Their expansion into Valdrine space, their stubborn refusal to acknowledge superior civilizations, their audacious claim to 3 contested systems, all of it would end today. The humans had fought for 6 months, losing ground steadily, predictably. Mathematics didn't lie. They fight with emotion rather than logic, observed Counselor Vess, admirable in its futility. Aboard the human defense station Thermopylae, Dr. Anna Chen stared at the approaching armada through the observation deck, her reflection ghosting over the starfield. She'd barely slept in 72 hours, surviving on coffee and adrenaline. The station's crew moved with practiced efficiency around her, but she could taste the fear in the recycled air. Still think this'll work? Commander Jackson Rivera appeared beside her, his uniform crisp despite everything falling apart around them. At 35, he was the youngest station commander in the fleet, promoted through necessity rather than tradition. War had a way of accelerating careers and ending them. The math checks out, Anna said, not taking her eyes off the alien fleet. But math doesn't account for variables like panic or equipment failure, or the universe's general hostility to desperate plans. Jackson allowed himself a thin smile. You're a terrible motivational speaker, Doc. I'm a quantum physicist. Motivation isn't in my job description. 3 months ago, Anna had been lecturing undergrads about theoretical applications of quantum entanglement. Then the Valdrine had vaporized the colony on Kepler 442b, and theory became desperate necessity. The military had dragged her from her university office, sat her in front of generals, and asked the impossible. Find a way to win a war against an enemy with superior numbers, technology, and a 1,000-year head start on space warfare. She'd found something better than a way to win. She'd found a way to end it. Entanglement weapon system is online, reported Lieutenant Davis from Tactical. All nodes synchronized. We're green across the board. Jackson's jaw tightened. Range? They'll be in optimal position in 40 minutes. The Valdrine didn't know about quantum entanglement, at least not the way humans had weaponized it. They understood it theoretically, the way ancient humans understood lightning without harnessing electricity. But humanity had a gift for turning theory into application, especially when extinction provided motivation. Anna had discovered something elegant and terrible. If you could entangle particles across vast distances, you could create a cascade reaction. Entangle enough particles in enough ships simultaneously, then collapse the wave function in a very specific way, and physics did the rest. It wasn't an explosion. It was an unraveling. Matter remembering it preferred being energy. 30 minutes, Davis called out. Jackson activated the fleet-wide channel. All ships, this is Thermopylae Actual. Weapons free in 30. No matter what happens, it's been an honor. The responses came back, dozens of voices from dozens of ships, humanity's last stand reduced to static-laced acknowledgments. Anna's fingers flew across her console, checking calculations she'd verified 1,000 times. The entanglement nodes were positioned throughout human space, hidden in satellites, debris fields, even asteroids. The Valdrine had flown right past them, never suspecting that the humans had turned space itself into a weapon. 20 minutes. Dr. Chen, Jackson said quietly. Anna, if this doesn't work, then we were dead anyway. At least this way, we tried something crazy. She met his eyes. Humanity's specialty. Cocky for someone who's never been in combat. Terrified for someone who's about to commit the greatest act of violence in human history. She returned to her console. Tomato, tomato. The Valdrine fleet reached optimal position. On the Council's displays, Earth sat vulnerable, its defenses laughably inadequate. High Commander Stor raised one crystalline appendage, prepared to give the final order. 10 minutes, Davis said. Anna's hands hovered over the activation sequence. 6 months of war. Millions dead. Colonies burned. And it came down to this. A theory, a desperate gamble, and a quantum physicist who'd never wanted to hurt anyone. 5 minutes. Jackson stood beside her. On your mark, doctor. She thought about her students, her research, the quiet life she'd never get back. She thought about Kepler 442b, about cities turned to glass, about humanity's stubborn refusal to go gentle into that good night. Activating entanglement cascade, Anna said. Her voice didn't shake. 3, 2, 1, thaw mark. She pressed the trigger. For 3 seconds, nothing happened. Then the Valdrine flagship simply stopped existing. No explosion, no debris. It was there, and then it remembered that matter was just energy's temporary arrangement. The ship beside it followed. Then another. Then 10 more. The cascade spread through the fleet like dominoes falling in reverse, each ship's destruction triggering the next through quantum entanglement. The Valdrine had arranged themselves in perfect formation for maximum intimidation. It made them perfect targets. High Commander Stor had 2.3 seconds to register confusion before his atoms decided to stop being a ship, a commander, or anything solid at all. On Thermopylae, alarms blared as sensors registered 300 massive energy releases in rapid succession. The view screen showed nothing but expanding clouds of fundamental particles where the Valdrine armada had been. Total elapsed time 4 minutes 17 seconds. Jackson stared at the empty space. Jesus Christ. Anna's hands trembled now, post-adrenaline crash hitting like a freight train. It worked. Oh God, it actually worked. Status! Jackson barked. All enemy vessels destroyed, Davis reported, his voice hollow with shock. No survivors, no debris. They're just gone. The council chamber was gone too, its members experiencing the sudden and absolute understanding that matter was negotiable. Across Valdrine space, the leadership simultaneously ceased to exist, all entangled through their communication systems, all connected through the quantum network humans had infiltrated months ago. The war didn't end with treaties or surrender. It ended because one side simply wasn't there anymore. Anna slumped in her chair, the weight of it crushing down. She'd killed millions in minutes, ended a civilization's leadership, won a war. Jackson's hand found her shoulder. You saved humanity. I erased an enemy. She looked up at him, tears streaming. There's a difference. Maybe, but we're alive to debate it. He squeezed gently. The Valdrine predicted our defeat in hours. You ended the war in minutes. History will remember that. Anna looked at the empty space where an armada had been. History will remember we scared the galaxy so badly no one will ever threaten us again. She was right. Within days, every species in known space received the message. Humanity had mastered quantum warfare. They could reach across light years and unmake you. They could turn your strength into your vulnerability, your fleet into a liability. The humans didn't conquer the galaxy. They didn't need to. They'd proven something far more valuable. Humanity's true danger wasn't their weapons or their ships or their numbers. It was their terrifying ability to turn desperation into innovation, to weaponize physics itself when survival demanded it, and to do in minutes what others said would take hours. The galaxy learned to leave humans alone. It was the smartest decision they ever made.